Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today, we're talking about two words that look almost identical on paper and sound very similar when spoken, but mean completely different things. Mixing these two up in writing or speech can lead to some very funny misunderstandings, and today, we're going to make sure that never happens to you again.
Yes, and what makes this pair interesting is that the confusion is not just about meaning. It is also about spelling and pronunciation. The difference between these two words is literally one letter, one vowel, and yet that one letter changes everything.
The two words today are wonder and wander, W-O-N-D-E-R and W-A-N-D-E-R. One vowel apart. Completely different words.
So let us start with the pronunciation, because I think getting the sound right is the first step to using these words correctly.
Wonder is pronounced with an sound in the middle. Wonder, like the word under, but with a W. Wonder.
Wander is pronounced with an sound in the middle. Wander. Like the word wander rhymes roughly with ponder or onder. Wander.
So wonder sounds like wonder, wander sounds like wander. The first syllable changes, one versus one.
Practice those two out loud before we continue. Wonder, wander, wonder, wander. Getting the sounds separate in your mind will help you keep the meanings separate too.
Now, let's talk about what each word actually means. They're completely different in meaning.
Wonder is about the mind and thinking. It has two main meanings. The first meaning is to think about something with curiosity, to ask yourself a question, to be curious about something you do not know the answer to.
I wonder what time it is. She wondered if he was telling the truth. They wondered why nobody had called. He wondered what would happen next.
In all of those, wonder means to think about something with a question in mind. You are curious. You do not know the answer. You are thinking it over.
And wonder is also used to make polite requests or introduce a question in a very soft and gentle way. I wonder if you could help me. I was wondering if you would like to join us. I wonder whether this is the right decision.
That wondering structure is extremely common in polite English. When you say, I was wondering if, instead of, can you? It sounds much softer and more considerate. It's a very useful social tool in English.
The second main meaning of wonder is a noun. Wonder as a noun means something that causes awe, amazement, and deep admiration. Something so beautiful or impressive that it fills you with a sense of magic.
The natural wonders of the world, the wonder of the night sky. She stared at the ancient temple in wonder. His eyes were full of wonder when he saw the ocean for the first time.
So wonder, the noun, is about that feeling of amazement and awe. It's the feeling a child has when they see something extraordinary for the first time. That open-mouthed, breathless sense of something being incredible.
And wonderful comes from this noun. If something is wonderful, it is full of wonder. It fills you with admiration and delight. What a wonderful day. She has a wonderful voice. That was a wonderful meal.
Wonderful is one of the most commonly used adjectives in English, and now you know exactly where it comes from. Full of wonder, full of awe.
Now let's talk about wander. Wander is a verb, and it means to walk or move slowly and without a fixed destination or purpose. You are moving, but you don't have a specific place you're going to. You're just going wherever your feet take you.
She wandered through the old streets of the city. He wandered from room to room, unable to sleep. They wandered along the beach all afternoon. The dog wandered off into the bushes.
In all of those, the movement is relaxed, slow, undirected. There's no urgent goal, no specific destination, just movement for its own sake or out of aimlessness.
Wander can describe physical movement, but it can also describe the movement of your mind. Your mind can wander just like your feet can. When your mind wanders, it drifts away from what you're supposed to be thinking about.
Her mind wandered during the lecture. Sorry, I wasn't listening. My mind wandered. His thoughts wandered back to his childhood. The conversation wandered from one topic to another.
So a wandering mind is a distracted mind, a mind that has drifted away from focus and is moving without direction from thought to thought.
That mental wandering is something everyone experiences, and now you have the exact word for it in English.
Let me show you how different these two words are with a pair of contrasting sentences. He wondered about the meaning of life. He sat quietly and thought deeply about an unanswerable question. His mind was engaged and curious.
He wandered through the park thinking about nothing in particular. He walked slowly with no specific destination. His body was moving without a specific goal.
Totally different experiences. One is an internal mental activity, the other is a physical movement without direction.
And this contrast really shows the core of each word. Wonder is about the mind and curiosity and awe. Wander is about movement without direction.
Now, let's go deeper into how wonder is used in different sentence structures, because it's quite a flexible word.
Wonder as a verb in everyday speech. I wonder who left that message. She wonders if she made the right choice. He's been wondering whether to apply for the new position. Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if things had gone differently?
All of those show wonder, meaning to think about with curiosity, to ask yourself something, to hold a question in your mind without necessarily knowing the answer.
Wonder if and wonder whether both introduce a question or uncertainty. They express gentle curiosity or polite inquiry.
And as we mentioned, the past continuous, I was wondering, is used constantly to make polite requests. I was wondering if you could pass me the salt. I was wondering if you would be available next Tuesday. I was wondering whether you might be able to help.
That past continuous form softens the request enormously. It shows you're not assuming, you're just wondering.
Now, let's look at wonder as a noun in different contexts. The wonders of modern medicine, the wonder of childbirth, the 7 wonders of the ancient world. She felt a sense of wonder as she entered the cathedral.
Wonder is used in the expression no wonder or small wonder. No wonder means it's completely understandable why something happened. No wonder she is tired. She worked 16 hours today. No wonder he is happy. He just got a promotion. It makes complete sense.
Small wonder means it's not surprising at all. Small wonder the project failed when nobody was communicating properly. Small wonder they left early when the conditions were so uncomfortable.
These expressions are really useful for commenting on situations where the outcome is obvious given the circumstances.
Now, let us go deeper into wander and the different ways it is used.
Wander is most commonly used for slow, purposeless, or relaxed physical movement. Tourists wander through the old town. Children wander through the fairground. She likes to wander around the market on Saturday mornings.
Wander often suggests something leisurely and pleasant. There is no rush, no destination, just the enjoyment of moving and exploring without a plan.
But wander can also suggest being lost or confused. Patients with certain medical conditions sometimes wander. He wandered off and could not find his way back.
So, context determines whether wandering is pleasant and intentional or lost and aimless. Usually, you can tell from the rest of the sentence.
Wander also works with prepositions. Wander around, wander through, wander along, wander off, wander into, wander away from.
She wandered around the garden for an hour. They wandered through the forest until they found a clearing. He wandered off during the break and nobody could find him. Her eyes wandered around the room, taking everything in.
Notice that last one. Eyes can wander too. Your gaze can move without direction. His eyes wandered to the clock. Her eyes wandered around the room. The gaze is drifting without a fixed purpose.
Now, let me bring up something that helps keep wonder and wander permanently separated in your memory.
Yes, please. A memory trick is always helpful.
Think of it this way. Wonder has an O followed by NDER, and the O in wonder stands for O as in, oh, how amazing. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, I wonder if she is okay. Wonder is about that oh feeling, that curiosity, that sense of awe.
And wander has an A in the middle. An A stands for aimless or around. You wander around. You wander aimlessly. The A reminds you that wander is about movement without a clear aim.
O for wonder, A for wander. Curiosity versus aimless movement.
I love that. 2 letters, 2 completely different feelings.
Now let us go through the most common mistakes learners make with these 2 words.
Mistake number 1 is spelling wonder when you mean wander or vice versa in writing. Saying, I like to wander around the city on weekends when you mean you like to walk around slowly without a plan. The correct word there is wander. I like to wander around the city on weekends.
Mistake number 2 is the opposite, saying, my mind began to wonder about what he had said, when you mean your mind started thinking curiously about it. The correct word is wonder. My mind began to wonder about what he had said.
Mistake number 3 is forgetting to use wonder in polite requests, saying, can you help me, instead of, I was wondering if you could help me. Both are grammatically correct, but I was wondering sounds much softer, more polite, and more natural in formal or careful contexts.
Mistake number 4 is using wonderful when you just mean nice or good. Wonderful is a strong positive word. It means truly amazing and impressive. Using it for small, everyday things can weaken its impact. Save wonderful for things that genuinely fill you with admiration.
Mistake number 5 is not recognizing no wonder as an expression. Some learners hear no wonder and think it means there is no wonder or no curiosity. But no wonder is a set phrase, meaning it is completely understandable. No wonder she's upset means of course she's upset. It makes total sense.
Mistake number 6 is mispronouncing the words and mixing up wonder and wander in speech. Practice the sounds. Wonder for wonder, wander for wander. Getting the sounds distinct will help you keep the meanings separate.
And mistake number 7 is not knowing that wander can describe mental drifting, thinking that wander only means physical movement. When someone says, my mind was wandering during the meeting, it means they were distracted, their thoughts were drifting. Wander describes mental as well as physical aimless movement.
Now let us do a practice round. I will give you a sentence and you tell me whether wonder or wander belongs and why.
Ready.
She blank through the streets of Rome for hours, soaking in the atmosphere.
Wandered. She moved slowly and without a fixed destination through the streets. She wandered through the streets of Rome.
He blank if she would remember his name after all these years.
Wondered. He was thinking with curiosity about something he did not know. He wondered if she would remember his name.
The children blanked off while the adults were not looking.
Wandered. They moved away without a destination or plan. The children wandered off.
I was blank if you would be free for lunch this week.
Wondering. This is the polite request structure. I was wondering if you would be free for lunch.
No blank, she failed the exam. She hadn't studied at all.
No wonder. No wonder is the fixed expression, meaning it makes complete sense. No wonder she failed the exam.
Her thoughts wandered back to her childhood home whenever she smelled fresh bread.
Wandered. Her mind drifted without direction back to a memory. Her thoughts wandered back to her childhood home.
He stood in the doorway of the ancient library and stared in blank.
Wonder. He felt awe and amazement. He stared in wonder. Wonder here is the noun describing that feeling of amazement.
The conversation blank from topic to topic for over an hour.
Wandered. The conversation drifted without direction. The conversation wandered from topic to topic.
You got every single one perfectly, and your explanations were spot on.
And listeners, I hope you were trying each one before hearing the answer, because that active practice is what moves understanding from your head into your instincts.
Now, let us close with something I think will really help everyone who has been listening today feel fully confident with these 2 words.
Yes, and I want to start by saying that wonder and wander are genuinely beautiful words in English. They're not just grammar tools. They carry real feeling.
Wonder is about curiosity, awe, and the questions that make us human. What is out there? What does this mean? How is this possible? It's the word of children staring at the stars and scientists staring at their data.
And wander is about freedom, exploration, and the joy of not having a plan. The best days of travel often involve just wandering. No map, no deadline, just seeing where the path leads.
Knowing both words deeply and using them correctly means you can express those experiences in English with real precision and real beauty.
And the spelling trick will always be there for you. O in wonder for oh, how amazing. A in wander for aimless movement around. 2 letters, 2 worlds.
Keep practicing, keep reading, keep noticing these words when they appear, and every time you use one correctly, feel good about it. You're building real precision in your English.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. We hope wonder and wander feel completely clear and that you feel genuinely confident using both of them going forward.
Keep going, and we'll see you in the next episode.